in the game. It's in the game. It's the Bucs and the Cowboys under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading them out in his second season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
In motion left, Godwin. Baker going to throw this right away. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Mayfield. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And not much running room. Down to the 32. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, Maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. Now they'll be led out by their quarterback, a former Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year from the University of Washington. It's Jake Browning.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat.
Abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Kalijah Kancey in on the stop. The Cowboys at 9-5 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Now, Mayfield on play action. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
Here's Browning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go. Shaq.
Now Browning. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run here with Dowdle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and limit that gain.
To throw, Browning. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the run, it's Dowdle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spreading. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. Now Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Here's Jake Camarda now. And he'll be out of bounds. 40. Coming up, have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles. This is intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Now inside the 25. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This pass caught by Hamler. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Browning. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Browning. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Browning. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 40 yards. And the Cowboys get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's Mayfield. Able to, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Throwing to start the drive. Browning. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He's got it with the 15. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Looking to throw. Browning. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Check smash, check smash.
Looking to throw again on second down. Browning. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Go.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Got it. 65 cat, 65 cat. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw again on second down. Browning. And Cooks has it over the middle. 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So on fourth down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick here is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And he gets this up across the 35.